Suikoden Starleap will be the newest installment of the franchise and will feature an all-new story that transcends time, allowing legacy characters from the past to return, who should return and why. Tier B, it's Eros and Shilovalia from Suikoden 5, and Lino and Kulas and Maxine from Suikoden 4. Why should they return? Let's get into it. Eros can be found late in game in Suikoden 5 in the Big Hole and is from the Nagaria theocracy, of which we know nothing. She seems to know Jean quite well and has knowledge she won't share. After the Sunrun War, the runes in the Big Hole disappear, and so does she. Who is she? What does she know of the Sindar? And what are the events of the Nagaria theocracy? Shilovalia comes from the New Army's kingdom, a minor factor in the Sunrun War. He does not join you and appears to lean back during the events, but trying to cooperate against the Godwinds and having his sister Josephine, Yumavalia, recruited, he sends Shamista and Nifsara with you, and after the war, he becomes New Army's ambassador to sol-falena. As I call her, Maxine is a deadly diva of Suikoden 4, doesn't hesitate to burn you verbally before trying to destroy you with a cyclone rune. Highly skilled, she renounces her contract with Armada once she learns of the details, and in Suikoden Tactics is found as a recluse on Hermitage Island. Simeon says she's a nice person, having shown more emotion. And of course, Lina and Kulas, the major character, the King of Obel, subsequently the first leader of the United Island Nations Federation. With his daughter Flair and protagonist son Laszlo, he's faced it all in the eyes of destiny, though we never got to explore what happened after the Island Liberation War, except for the events of Suikoden Tactics. The Kulak Empire ceases to exist, but what happens to the Federation, the Gaian Dukedom to the west, and the Scarlet Moon Empire to the north is unknown. I'd love to witness this charismatic leader in action once more. On to tier number 8, it's Fredo Falenis, Princess, Pirate Kika, and the ultimate Falcon Rune Warrior Belkud, no longer a slave unturned. Why are they TA? Let me tell you why. Once the Sunrun War ends, he becomes a commander of the Queen's Knights, assisting his sister Limslea, who's a new queen, Fredo Falenis. Never really got a proper ending to his story. Did he fight again? Against who? Did he retreat peacefully into the sunset like others? Hopefully to be explored in Starleap. Famed pirate leader Kika is still here with a Falcon rune, and it's said she met her demise in the high seas long after the war was over. But her Falcon rune was one of the strongest weapons in Suikoden 4, as she would not go unbalanced. And what a team she would be with other holders like Anita, Valeria, and basically, and most of all, the next one, Belkud, the former gladiator, vies to end slavery of gladiators and became a teacher in Stormfist after the Sunrun War and helped Marina out with her inn. Strong warrior, romantic side, thus a character to learn more of during his time as a gladiator and his motives during the Sunrun War. And let's see him in combo attack with Kika, dammit. And we come to tier S, the characters that must return at least in Starleap or in the future, because these are one of the most mysterious characters in the entire Suikoden universe, and also the tale of most of hidden Suikoden theories. Uber and Pesmga I've touched on in Suikoden theories, the mystery of Uber and Pesmga, so go check that out, and we learn more on Zaras. We want to learn why Pesmga did not show up in Suikoden 3, and more. So Uber, yeah, he joined the Destroyers alongside Luke, Sarah and Albert last. But what happened with him? Because we saw Sarah die, Luke die, Albert's gone. Where did he pop off to? We want to know. Let's check that out soon, hopefully, in Suikoden Starleap for the continuation of this utter mystery. And his counterpart, Pesmga, is no other. Lovely sword bearer, no true rune. What's going on between them? And why didn't we see Pesmga in Suikoden 3? Just want to find out all those loose ends and attach them. But again, check that out in Suikoden theories, the mystery of Uber and Pesmga. Finally, Zaras, my top pick of all the Stars of Destiny to return, even more than Uber and Pesmga. She's a charismatic enigma, reluctant to help, but witnessing the events of the Sunrun War in Suikoden 5 evolve. She is wise, knows Legnard and Jean, and has knowledge of the Sindar. Reasons for Zwei, Killy and Lorelei to be interested in her as well, in her appearance. She possesses empathy when trying to prevent Xylates from using the Twilight Rune she can't control, and she stays with her as she passes away. Zaras is a critical character to many intertwined stories, and her range goes far beyond witnessing the 3 runes of Falena. A really powerful mage, her and Maxine might be a deadly combination on the battlefield as well. Dark, deadly, diva, destroyer, more Zaras in all of Suikoden. Yes please. And that concludes my top 10 picks for the returns of Suikoden Star Loop. What can the Rune of Change do? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have other options? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Suikoden and RPG content. May your pixels be plentiful, your adventures prosperous, and we'll see each other in the next video.